Kadence Blocks new 3.1 release includes now a new block called Advanced Form Block, which allows us to build more advanced WordPress forms. With this new block, you are able to make a much more feature-rich form, which means you can add additional fields, remove it, or modify them at the distance of a click. For this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to create a job application form with file upload using this new Kadence Advanced Form block to get started. Let's dive in. Once you install the free version of Kadence blocks, you will notice in your WordPress admin All Forms tab just underneath the Kadence settings, and from here you can control all of your forms already created, and if you use the Kadence Pro version, you will gain the possibility to see all the entries and descriptions for your online marketing campaigns. Let's open now a post, this one, and I want to build in this post just beneath this form, which was built with this new Kadence Advanced Block Form. Actually, this is an attempt to make a multi-step form, which I did it successfully. It looks pretty cool. Maybe in a future video I will show you how to do this if you want. I want to build here just beneath this form. So to begin with, I click on the plus icon to add a new block, and to build up the form structure, I go with a row layout, one single row. From here, I search for form. There are two available forms in Kadence now, and the whole, and this one which says advanced, which stands for advanced. You can either now select an existing form from here, or instead make a new one. For this demo, I go with a new one, so I click to create a new one. I go with this one. There are 4 options available: contact form, a contact with options, a subscribe, and a subscribe with the name, or you can skip it and get a new blank. And for this demo, I go with this one since there are multiple options for my job application form. So select it, I give it tutorials, and you can write down here the form description. This is useful for your reference only. Click create. And I also adjust the padding, so move over to the advanced tab, 30 pixels, it works for me. And if I want to add a new field, you click on the plus icon, add the text field, and you can select it, and you can delete it. At the right sidebar, you can mark this name field as a required. I don't want to use the field, the placeholder. There is now a unique feature for the labels layout style to any of your inputs, which I find it pretty cool. So select the form itself, navigate over to the Style tab, scroll down till you find the Label section. It's this one, and within you find the 3 styles. Let's try it. So this is the normal one, which is the common style. And now the field label, where the field label is placed within the field itself. And lastly, there is this floating label, which I find it awesome, which brings the label name into the emailed field. It forces the label to jump out into the email field, and this is a unique behavior. And now let's change the options label. So to change it, just highlight and then write down your question. How did you find out about this position? You can add a question, a new option, or you can use this option to duplicate, and I insert all my options, can delete it, and I want to delete this one. And meanwhile, at the front end, this is how it looks like. My multiple options to be selected by the user. I also want to insert here an accept. So click on the plus icon, and this accept field is suitable to meet the legal matters such as GDPR or to accept your terms and conditions. And this will bring up a new field where you could label as I agree to terms and conditions. On the right sidebar where you get all the options available, and you can mark it as a required. And by marking as a required, you are forcing the user to check the option before submitting the form. Finally, I want to insert a file upload field, so click on Add Field. Under the Advanced Fields, you go with File option, you choose the field label, upload your resume, and under the File options, you can determine here the 5 maximum size to 5, 10, 50, and so on. And you set here the file types you are allowing the user to submit into your form. And for the submit action, this is a spot where you determine and stack what takes place when the form is submitted by the user. In this free version, the default action is to send to you an email, but you can set here the redirection afterwards to, for example, MailerLite or Fluent. And this hide form after submit option is the chance to hide a form after it has been submitted, so we showcase useful feedback to the user. So this concludes today's video tutorial. To be honest, this is the beginning of a really awesome new Kadence Form Builder, and when the conditional logic field will be available, it will be a real game changer. Thanks for watching. My name is Natalie. Catch you in the next one.